there's supposedly prophecy from other books as well. How many of you guys know anything about Zoroastrian? Okay. As far as I could tell, and there may be other ones, I didn't get to study in depth with it, but as far as I could tell, this is the only one that's claimed to have prophecy that goes along with the fact that the Bible has prophecy, and that's what I was trying to get across here. I did get the name right there. I got a CY instead of an SY. That was a little bit of angst when we got through that first thing this morning. But anyway, so what I found out about the Zoroastrian stuff, it's actually linked very closely with Baha'i. You guys heard of Baha'i religion before? Okay. Those two are kind of linked. The Zoroastrians and the Baha'i are kind of linked. The Baha'i believe that the Zoroastrian prophecies that were supposedly in 600 BC, this is when they were supposed to have been written. We don't have a thing about that until the 9th or 10th century AD. So the only writings we have of that is in that time frame. There's some discussion of it with Muhammad, because the supposed prophet that predicted Baha'u'llah. I'm probably butchering that name, but that's who the prophet of Baha'i is. But anyway, the supposed prophet that was prophesying this guy coming along was going to have, the prophecy is that for 10 straight days, the sun was going to be up at one point. And then a little bit later, it was going to be 20 straight days the sun was going to be up. And then a little later was 30 straight days the sun was going to be up. And this was supposedly supposed to be talking about the coming Savior of the world. So there's a little bit you can see that's kind of mixed in from what the Bible said. And as we can tell from when we're going to do our study, Isaiah was 150 years or so before this Zoroastrian thing took place. So the prophecies that are in Isaiah are very well known, and they're talking about a Savior coming along. So in my opinion, if anything's copied from anybody, it's the Zoroastrians copying from the Bible. But when you come down to it, this Baha'u'llah guy that came along in the 1800s, which the 1800s was, again, kind of a bad space for Christianity, because there was so much stuff going on there that was opposite of Christianity. But this Baha'u'llah guy was supposed to be the second coming of Christ. If you listen to Baha'is at all, this is what they're trying to say. And they're trying to say that the prophecies that surround this came from the Zoroastrians. And I just, when you look at these things, first of all, those prophecies aren't in place before the guy comes around. And the only thing they do have is very late dated stuff that's supposed to be what was actually said in 600 BC, but we have 1,500 years of no documents. And all we got now is what people might think was what it said back then. And the reason why I bring all that up, that might not be anything that is all that relevant, but it's only relevant in that when we compare it with what we have as prophecy, I think it sets it apart.